Kia ora koutou katoa. Nau mai, hara mai, hoki mai ki roto I tēnei whakataetai o tātou. It's understanding a place on where we are today and understanding a place of who we are. The place that we are today is Tara Ika. Tara Ika was a paramount chief of Te Atiawa. The narrative along Te Whanganui a Tara. The story and the name of the splashing waves and the whitecaps of Tara Ika symbolises the connection that we all have to this area. As haukainga, as manuhiri, but also as competitive and competing against each other. Nō reira e te whānau, ko whakarauika mai marungi tēnei paipai tapu o tātou. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora.
Thank you, Rob, and welcome back to Session 2 of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships. And before we begin tonight and reading the athlete oath is Finn Harlan from Capital.
I declare that we will take part in the 2022 Apollo Project's New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships in the spirit of true sportsmanship, recognising the rules which govern them and wishing to participate in them for the honour of our team, country and the glory of our sport.
Thank you, Finn. Well done. All the best for your races tonight. We kick off with the boys 1500 metre freestyle, the final, timed final tonight, the fastest of the age groupers across 30 laps of this 50 metre pool. Then we have in that in the fastest lane 4 will be Lan Hamlin-O of Coast. He was a 7.5k New Zealand Open Water champion. We follow the 1500 with the girls 800 metre freestyle, the fastest of the time finals. Kira Allett will sit in lane 4, but of course all of these swimmers competing in their own age groups to win tonight in these time finals. The 400 metre individual medley finals will follow for the boys. There will be 5 of them, starting with 13, then 14, 15, 16, then the combined 17, 18-year-old age group. Sam Brown, of course, will be in the final event, the 17-18. He was the fastest through in the heats this morning. 200 metre individual medley for girls will follow, and again there will be 5 finals with the 16 and 17, 18-year-old finals packed with junior Pan-Pac qualifiers. The 100 breaststroke para multi-class for the boys will follow with a fantastic performance this morning from Asher Smith-Franklin, breaking the New Zealand record for the S14 by over 2 seconds. Looking forward to seeing him in action again this evening. And also in the girls, Riley Sayer, who was just 0.8 of a second off the New Zealand record in the same event. The 50 backstroke, the splash and dash on your back, will be the final event of this evening's program. New Zealand age group records perhaps could we see for Finn Harlan and Cam Gray and the boys, and a very tight race is expected in the girls. Joining me in commentary tonight, 2020 Olympian Zach Reed. Great to have you with me, Zach. Lovely to see you competing at the highest level last year at the Tokyo Olympics, and some perfect events for you to commentate tonight.
Yeah, we're seeing the 1500 and the 800, so that's a bit of me. So I'll hopefully give you some good insight onto those races, and I'm really excited to see some fast racing from the young guns here.
Now, the Olympic Games, obviously a pinnacle for you last year, and I've asked many of the first-time Olympians to kind of share some of those, I guess, the experiences, the best things you took away from the Games. Can you tell us all about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a different Games. It was really cool to be able to go there and race after having about 18 months out of international competitions. So I think it was a crazy experience, and I'm hoping to be able to be there in 2024 and have another really cool experience.
So for the people at home here at the Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre, tell them a little about what's happened since the Olympics, because you've been through some surgery, you're on the mend, and we're all very much looking forward to you getting back into the pool.
Yeah, so I've been in the wars a little bit. I had hip surgery, had to get stitched up, and then pretty much got that all sorted, and then got hit by COVID, and I'm still kind of dealing with some of the after effects from that. So, I mean, hopefully I'll be back in the water soon and be able to be back racing, yeah.
Well, looking forward to having you on the commentary desk tonight, Zach Reid, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get underway with session 2 of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Please put your hands together and welcome the technical officials for this evening's session. Introducing your referees and starters for this evening's session. The referee for the boys' events, Carlene Gillespie from Northland. The referee for the girls' events, Liz Agnew. The starter for the boys' events, Graham Siegel. Starter for the girls' events, Gavin Iron. Thank you, officials. Please be seated.
I became an IoT because I just wanted to help out the swimming community, give back, because they've always been amazing when I'm swimming.
So the reason why I became a technical official is because it's much more fun than sitting in the stand. You're right in the middle of it, you get to see all the racing, you get to talk to people and be involved in the event. It's just a great place to be.
I enjoy being a technical official because firstly, it's an easy way for me to be able to give back to the sport that's given me so much. Like, I've been able to go overseas with my own swimming, so it's a good way for me to be able to give back, and it's fun. I get to make new friends amongst the other technical officials, and I feel like it's also helping my own swimming because I understand the rules of the sport on a deeper level.
Why? Because you get to meet so many cool people. You get to be close to the racing, and the technical officials are a happy family. They're good. They teach you, or you learn something new every day, and I have. Over the last 20 years, I suppose, I've had some great support from other officials, and it's just fun. It's so fun, and seeing the swimming close up, that's really exciting. So please come, we want you.
Welcome back to the Apollo Project's New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships live from the Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre. The first final of this evening's program, Event 1. It's the fastest of 3 time finals, the boys 1500 metres freestyle. In lane 1, from Neptune Swim Club, Daniel Gilbert. Lane 2, from Aqua Blades, Daniel Calabote. Lane 3 from Mirahiku Swim Club, Matthew Spate. Lane 4 from Coast Swim Club, Lan Hamblino. Lane 5 from Tasman Swim Club, Oxford Bailey. Lane 6 from Raumati Swim Club, Alexandra Cecchioni. Lane 7 from Coast Swim Club, Jack Potier. And lane 8 from Aquagym, Jordan Astley. Away we go, 30 lengths of the pool here, all the different age groups represented from 15 through to 18. And joining me in commentary, Zach Reed, 2020 Olympian and multiple New Zealand record holder, New Zealand age group record holder. In fact, holds the 18-year-old New Zealand age group record when you were just speaking, swum 4 years ago. Zach.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think that was probably one of the last times I actually swam the 1500.
And you were saying it's you sort of started to concentrate on that sort of middle distance, 200, 400 was where it was at?
Yeah, and with the addition of the 800 into the program of the Olympics, it made sense to kind of focus on that 4 and 8. The 15 requires a heap of training.
Now just looking through the first 100, Lane Hamlin-O takes them through in lane 4. Now he was the New Zealand Open Water Champion for 7.5K. He continues to get faster and faster each time he's swimming. He's certainly one to watch. The 16-year-old from Coast Swimming Club. Second through the 100, Matthew Spate. Third was lane 7, the Coast compatriot Jack Potier. And he's one of the youngest in the field, along with Daniel Calabote. Now, Zach, we spoke about breaking this long event into sections to kind of mentally try and manage it as you go through, and also keep that pacing. And it was you that was saying it was either a 500 or maybe breaking into 300s, was it?
Yeah, so looking at probably 500s, 3 500s, you want to kind of get through that first 500, not use too much energy, build that second 500, and then make sure you've got some to bring it home at the end there.
And in terms of breathing patterns, we've got all sorts of different styles. Some would breathe every, the odd strokes or even strokes, or is there any sort of golden rule to how often you should breathe and whether you should breathe both sides?
Well, I think the longer the event is, especially in freestyle, it's a rhythm. It's a rhythm race, and so I guess whatever you're comfortable with is going to be best for you in the end. You need to make sure you're getting your oxygen in as well, so I don't think putting your head down for 4 or 6 strokes in the middle of a lap is going to help you too much at the end there, with especially needing to bring those legs in. So
that's right, and the turns here and just doing that, practicing that every time, I guess it's such an important part of a distance event, getting your feet at the right part of the wall, getting the right sort of spring off the wall to make sure you're getting that benefit.
Yeah, well, I think the further the race is, the more turns you're doing, and so it becomes a really big part of that race to make sure you're not losing those gains you've made in the swimming at the wall. You've got to work on those skills. They're just as important as the actual swimming itself.
Now, swimming against swimmers of different ages, that's quite a sort of unsettling thing for some of these swimmers. They're used to swimming in races of their own age groups, but this time some of these younger swimmers especially swimming against boys quite a bit bigger than them.
Yeah, so I think it comes down to making sure you're swimming your own race. You're not always going to be racing people of the same speed or the same age, and so it's good practice at this young age to get in here and do your own race and focus on your own processes.
That's right, we look over now at 350 metres. It's Lane Hamlin-O, 3:44. He's clocking about 33 lows for these 50s. Now, Zach, at what point in a 1500 does a swimmer settle into a speed across the 50? Is this about now?
Yeah, you want to kind of get through that first 100, 200 metres and get set into that rhythm, and then it's all about if you're going to be building at the 500s or you want to be back-ending it. So that 300, 400 metre part is setting you up for the end of the race.
So through the 400, 4:17, 1:76, an average of about 1:04.5 for Lan Hamblin O. And we'll be looking to kind of, he's sticking at that 33 point, so sort of 1:06s through the hundreds now, and that's what the sort of time we'll be looking to stick with.
Yeah, so 1:06s is looking about 16:33, but if he's going to bring it home a little bit faster, and if he goes out a bit faster, we could be looking at a bit of a PB here.
It's quite interesting at this early stage that really by the 400-metre mark, as long as the swimmer has a bit of endurance behind them, that you can kind of start to pick how this race might unfold.
Yeah, and he's sitting really consistently around that 33.0, so, I mean, he's an open water swimmer. He's got a lot of endurance behind him, so you can kind of start to piece that time together now.
Coached by Stephen Kent, Olympian and World Surf Lifesaving member. And just looking at the other younger swimmers in the field. '15-year-old Jack Potier and 15-year-old Daniel Calabot, lane 2 and 7. Now they're racing off against each other for the 15-year-old title. Remember, this is a timed final, so any of the swimmers that had a really fast time this morning will also be in consideration for the medals. But this is the fastest of the time finals, meaning on paper this is where the fastest swimmers should be. So technically Daniel Calabot and Jack Potier racing off for the 15-year-old age group. The 16 will be Matthew Spate and Lan Hamblin O and Jordan Astley in 8. Oxford Bailey sitting out on his own really is the only 18-year-old, but it's 17-18, so it'll be Alexander Ciccione and Daniel Gilbert in 1. But looking at the time to gain a selection for the World Junior Open Water, it is 16:11 Lan Hamblin O has to do. So he, based on the sort of calculation there, Zach, he'd have to do something pretty special in the remaining 900.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's swimming pretty well. He's definitely looking at going under that PB, and if his race plan is to negatively split it, he might come home a lot faster. So it'll be interesting to see this back kind of 750 metres, what goes on.
Look, he's young, he's 16, he's got many years ahead of him. He's not a lot of muscle to come on the body, I'm sure, over the next few years. He's a boy that is certainly going to grow in strength, and looking forward to seeing how he develops over the next few years. Just Zach, talking about that, the muscle coming on as you get older. You talked about yourself, sort of 18 was the age that you started to get a little bit bigger, muscularly. It does impact sort of what events you do, what events you favour, what events you're good at.
Yeah, so I mean, as these boys get a little bit older, they'll start to pack on the muscle a little bit, and it might change the events that they're swimming. It might bring in a little bit of speed, and if you're doing that open water distance stuff, if you get a little bit bigger, you might struggle with the endurance side of it a bit more. But on the plus side, you might see some gains in the old sprinting department, so it might help with the 400 and 800.
Some good insights here by 220 Olympian Zach Reed, recovering from a hip operation and COVID a few months ago, and missed you in the water, Zach. But there's a good lot of time between now and Paris, so looking forward to seeing you get back in the pool shortly. Looking back to second place in this event right now, it is lane 3's Matthew Spate, the 16-year-old from Mitahiku Swim Club. He's got a seed time of 16:55.69. As we go through the 850 metre mark for Lan Hamblin O, now creeping up to 34.04 now. and he'll need to bring that time back into the 33. So that was half a second slower than Matthew Spate in 3. It's a little bit of a blip in the 50s there, perhaps, or is this something more telling?
I think it's just he needs to make sure that he's not falling asleep. I know I've done that in my distance events, and just making sure you're getting through, and it might be in your head getting through that 1K mark, little goals, and making sure you don't fall asleep between, because that's a trap in those longer events.
Is it simply, I mean, lots of time to think to yourself, and certainly being a distance swimmer in training, a huge amount of time with your head down. But what are the sorts of things that you in the 800 metre used to think about lap on lap?
I mean, you try to just space out a little bit and just work on your processes. I mean, if you're thinking about the next things, you're not going to be too worried about if you're dying or whatever. You're thinking about that turn, nailing that turn. You're thinking about how many kicks you're doing off the wall. So if you get those processes in your mind, it really helps.
Ducking under 34 now, Lane Hambler, no, that's where he needs to be. At that pace, Matthew Spate really starting to have a little bit of extra pace coming on now, and that gap has closed just a little bit. Sitting in 3rd place is Daniel Calabot, the 15-year-old. He leads the 15-year-old race at the moment. Jack Potier not far behind in lane 7. Yeah, not ideal to have the two 15-year-olds on opposite sides of the pool, but look, at the end of the day, they're there to follow their own race plan. They're there to give absolutely everything across this 30 laps, and it is 9 laps to go for Lane Hambler. 450 metres. The Coast team getting right behind him. And just looking at some of these records, New Zealand record held by Nathan Catt back in 2015 at 15:15. All of the age group records except Zach's 18-year-old record held by Michael Mitchum across the years 2:10 to 2:13. Now, Zach, with 400 metres to go, what's the sort of thing that needs to start to happen in these races? Obviously, these swimmers have settled into strokes. There's some hitting a 2-beat kick with a reasonably medium to slow rating. What have they got to do now?
Yeah, that last 400, 300 metres, you really want to start to bring those legs in and all that double breathing or getting the oxygen throughout the race. This is where it kind of comes into play, and it's whoever's got the most left in the tank at the end. And yeah, the legs definitely play a big part of this last 300 metres, and you can win races just because of using your kick more.
In terms of the training these swimmers have got to put in to perform at a top level over 1,500 metre, I mean, obviously 1,500 metre is a long race to compete in, but in terms of the kilometres per week, what sort of kilometres are these swimmers putting in at the peak of their base training?
Well, as an age group, you're probably looking at around 7 to 9 sessions a week. 9's really pushing it, so especially with school. So I'd say 7 or 8 sessions a week, looking at around 6 Ks a session. So pushing 50 plus Ks a week, especially as a distance swimmer. I mean, Lane might be pushing 60 Ks as an open water swimmer, whereas some of these other boys might be coming up to the 15, so they're not doing quite as much.
That distance has changed over the decades, hasn't it? It certainly feels like it's come down from its crazy kind of 10K sessions, 10 sessions a week. Has it really come down to focusing on a little bit more quality rather than quantity?
Yeah, well, I think as these boys will get older, they'll probably head up to 9 or 10 sessions a week. So those Ks will increase, but it's just about making sure they're not doing too much at a young age and burning them out. But yeah, there's still a lot of Ks being done by a lot of the top guys, yeah.
Back to the racing, it is Lan Hamblino as he completes the 1,300 metre, 200 metres to go for Lan. 14:23.81, sitting now back under 34 at 33.61. He's pulled those times right back down to where he was in the early stages of the event. Second at the moment is Matthew Spate. Daniel Calabot back into the 33s as well. He's looking good. And Jack Potier has fallen back somewhat. Oxford Bailey in lane 5 sitting in 4th overall. Remember, all of these swimmers racing against swimmers of their own age or in their own age group. And boy, oh boy, there's been some exciting 1,500 metre freestyle races on the world stage over the years. Many of some of the world's best being just across the Tasman in Australia. Grant Hackett's, Kieran Perkins, Daniel Kowalski. And of late, Mac Horton. It's inspiration to many over the 90s, 2000s. Lan Hamblino breathing hard every second stroke, pulling in that oxygen. 100 metres, 75 metres to go for Lan Hamblino. Matthew Spate really put it in now. And Zach, the final 100 metre, the final 50 metre, always seem to be able to find something, digging deep, knowing it's the last bit of the race.
Yeah, I think everyone's always got a little bit left in there. It's a bit cheeky to say it, but I think, yeah, you want to have some left in that last 50 metres and you want to come home fast.
And you obviously hear the crowd starting to really heat up. This is Lan Hamblino, ladies and gentlemen. He will win the 16-year-old category for the boys 1,500 metre freestyle. Well done, 16:38.45. Spate will take second for the 16-year-olds, and coming in to win the 15-year-old category is Daniel Calabot. Oxford Bailey will take the 17-18-year-old title, and coming through it'll be Alexandra Cecchioni, second in the 17, Jack Potier second in the 15-year-old age group, and Daniel Gilbert touches there in lane 1. So pretty good pacing there by Lan Hamblino. He held around that 33.5 to 34 all the way through. It's a long time to concentrate and making sure that your stroke's consistent, working out what energy levels you need to give throughout that race. And there's the official result of the fastest of the time finals of the boys 1,500 metre freestyle. The next event on the program is event 4, the girls 800 metre freestyle, the fastest of the time finals. In lane 1 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Kate Wheeler. Lane 2 from Coast Swim Club, Lena Hamblino. Lane 3 from Jazzy Swim Club, Hannah Abdu. Lane 4 from Evolution Aquatics, Kira Allett. 5 from Evolution Aquatics, Talita McEwen. 6 from Viking Swim Club, Brooke Bennett. 7 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Amani Tahaya. Lane 8 from Dargaville Swim Club, Amelia Faina. 16 laps of the pool this time for the girls, 800 metre freestyle. Again, swimmers from 15 years of age, this time through to 17. 2 17-year-olds in the field, 4 16-year-olds, 1 17-year-old, 2 15-year-olds. And Kira Ellett being the oldest, along with Amelia Feiner from Dargaville. And Kira's time, 8:53.37. The New Zealand age group record for 17-year-olds held by Hayley McIntosh at 8:41.87. And Zach, this was one of your favourite events, is your favourite event, New Zealand record holder. So again, this is about maybe 200s this time, breaking into 200s, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's much the same as the 15. It's just a little bit shorter and there's a bit more pace to it. So one of the big work-ons that I've done over the past couple of years is trying to stay kicking the whole time. That's doing a lot of work in kick trainings, and so you've kind of seen it rub off into these younger guys trying to make sure that they're keeping that pace almost the whole way. It's not as far as a 15, so you can definitely put your body through a bit more of a faster pace.
Yeah, we watched it at the New Zealand Championships with Caitlin Deans. Really impressed with how she just kept that 4 to 6 beat kick going. I mean, it probably wasn't quite a 6 beat, but it certainly looked like a solid 4 beat kick all the way through that 800.
Yeah, and it helps you keep your hips up the whole way. It helps you keep that stroke rate up. I mean, a big part of freestyle is your stroke rate, and making sure that doesn't drop off in a big long race like the 800 or the 15. That kick can really help just keep it ticking over.
And the two girls from Evolution Aquatics turn almost identically. Talita McEwen takes them through 0.4 of a second margin in that last 50, but just 1/100th of a second separating them through the first 200. 2:11.52, sitting at 33 seconds through the 50s. And the junior Pan Pacific time was a 9:03.33. That is what Kira Ellett has already done. And Kira Ellett is trying to achieve, as will a few other swimmers in the field, I'm sure. And those times just creeping up a little bit now, early stages, but as we talked about previously, round about the 250, 300 metre mark is where we start to see things settle down a little bit. And these two swimmers at the front of the field, very used to swimming together in Tauranga, probably doing length after length together, and so they'll know a lot about how each other swims. And Zach, have you had experience that in your training career? Have you had, in terms of people swimming alongside you, or is that very much something you have to do on your own day in, day out?
I mean, there have been points where I've been training with people who I've needed to race, and one example is Lewis in the 400 freestyle. I know how he swims it really well, so I know the points where I have to attack it, and I know where he's going to attack it. So these girls training together day in, day out, they'll know exactly where the other person's going to make a move, and it's about just being the smarter swimmer here, I guess, and swimming to your own race plan and not getting too carried away with trying to swim to the other's strengths.
And that's exactly what we have seen Kira Ellett do many times before, but Talita McEwen has showed some form so far this week. She's looking good. She's breathing off to her right, checking in with where she's sitting, and certainly trying to hold on to Kira Ellett, who does have about a 13-second margin on her on paper, but still early stages. 400 metres, well, halfway through, 4:27.84. We double that and add a little bit on, and you've got around about that 9-minute mark.
Yeah, so in these 800s, you're really looking at trying to get an even split in those 400s. You're coming out really fast in that first 100, and then that middle 600, you want to keep as even as you can. And then that last 100, bringing it back nice and strong. And so we see Kira here breathing to both sides, so she's going to know where everyone else in the water is. We see Talitha just breathing to one side, so she's going to lose vision of Kira down one length.
And looking back through the field, Brooke Bennett from Vikings sitting in third at the moment. She is lane 6, the 15-year-old. But of course, Kira Allett sitting in the 17, 18-year-old category, Talita McEwen in the 16, Brooke Bennett in 15, all racing in their own age categories. As Kira Allett moves through the 500-metre mark and has a little bit of a margin of 0.7 of a second now over her teammate. Fourth place at the moment, Hannah Abdu from Jazzy. She is 15. She'll be racing off against Brooke Bennett, who's got about a 5-metre lead on her over in lane 6. And this tends to be what Kira Allett does do. Maybe it was the 400, Zach, that 400-metre mark. She said, I'm going to go now.
Yeah, and if that's your game plan, you've got to stick to it and just go and just back your training and back your guns. And I mean, she's really attacking it now. She's lifted that stroke rate. She's got that kick going constantly here. So it's going to be really cool to see this last 200 metres.
Beautiful technical freestyle, Kira Allett. Very symmetrical. Keeps that head nice and low when she turns to breathe. Trying to keep that streamline. Nice high body position, certainly the hips as well. And looking back down the field, Hannah Abdu in 3, she's sitting in 4th. 5th is lane 2's Lena Hamblin-O from Coast, the 16-year-old. 6th, turning in lane 8, is Amelia Feiner from Dargaville. 7th is lane 1, Kate Wheeler from Pukekohe. 8th at the moment is Amani Tahaya from Pukekohe. .100 metres to go for Kira Allett. Turns in 7.52. She's doing 34.04s. Zach, what can we expect in this last 100 from Kira Allett?
So the stroke rate's picked up a bit more and the legs are starting to work a bit harder. So hopefully she comes through and faster than these 34s and we'll get a sub 9-minute swim, which will be really good.
So 107 would give us a 8.59. She's going to be just off her entry time here. Talita McEwen looking for a 9.03.33. That possibly could be within reach here. Let's see how we go. It's going to have to be a very quick final 100. Kira Allett getting pushed along, Talita McEwen getting pushed along and encouraged on the sidelines. Beautiful last 100 for Kira Allett. Attacking this last 100 of this girl's 800-metre freestyle. She will win the 17, 18-year-old category. She comes in 8.57. That was a really good final 100. Let's have a look for Talita McEwen. Just outside of that junior Pampax time, but a big PB by the looks of it, 9.03.58. And third will go to Vikings' Brooke Bennett. She'll win the 15-year-old category. The 16 will go to Talita McEwen. Great final hundreds by all of these girls. Hannah Abdu will finish 4th. She'll be 2nd of the 15-year-olds. Lane 2's Lena Hamblin-O. She'll be 2nd in the 16s. Lane 8, Amelia Feiner, will be 2nd in the 17-18. So close, but not quite there for Talita McEwen. Just 0.2 of a second outside that junior Pan Pac. Probably a number of other opportunities for her throughout this championships. A full program for her. Kira Allett will win it for the 17-18. The official result there. A number of winners across the age groups. We move now to event 2, the boys 400 metres individual medley. There are 5 age group finals, and we start with the 13-year-old boys. In lane 1 from Howick Pakuranga, Daniel Lowe. Lane 2 from Evolution Aquatics, Zach Pask. Lane 3 from Phoenix Aquatics, Osbert Gu. Lane 4 from Roskell Swimming Club, Nemanja Markovic. 5 from Hamilton Aquatics, Orlando Hardy. 6 from Capital Swim Club, Jaden Dickerson. 7 from Phoenix Aquatics, Jason Ells. And 8 from Jazzy Swim Club, Peter Van Biljon. And for the people in the Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre, those times there, the reaction times off the blocks on the board here, and the fastest of all of them was Daniel Lowe at 0.53 off the blocks. Not so important in a 400 metre event, but super important in the 50s and 100s. And away they go down the first 50. Let's see if Daniel Lowe can turn that into a great first 50. He's one of the younger swimmers. But first place, Orlando Hardy through in lane 5. Nemanja Markovic sitting in second. Jaden Dickerson in third. This is the 13-year-old boys. Now, something called easy speed over this 100-metre butterfly, certainly over a long medley event. You want to really be reaching out and just gliding through this first 100 metres butterfly, trying to conserve as much energy as you can. Nice quick turn into the backstroke. And it is Orlando Hardy. Lots of energy systems changing throughout the medley. Across the whole thing, all the muscle groups being used. And sometimes swimmers with that favour a particular stroke may find it quite different to be getting into that 100 breaststroke or 100 backstroke after a solid 100 of something before it. And Zach, the turns in this event, super important. Saw a few disqualifications this morning. So important to get the skills right on this event.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying before in the freestyle, these 400 metre races, even the 200, you can win and lose so much on the turns, and so making sure you're nailing your skills is a huge part of the race, and small gains there lead to big gains later on.
And this is a fantastic 100 metre backstroke from lane 4's Nemanja Markovic. He's reeled that in, and that just shows that this the leads can change so often in the individual medley events. Now to the breaststroke, we'll see which of these two swimmers have the stronger 100 metre breaststroke leg. It's a combination of that favouring that stroke, but also having the endurance to actually drive it over that 100.
Yeah, well, even if you're a really strong breaststroker, you've still got to get through the 100 fly and the 100 back until there. So it's tough going into these last two, especially the breaststroke. It's quite a demanding stroke, and so we really see who's going to go through here really quick.
Nemanja Markovic is holding that lead. In fact, he's gained a body length over Orlando Hardy, 3:06.66. A 43.44 for that 50 breaststroke versus the 45.97. So 2.5 seconds he's taken out of lane 5. And looking back at 3rd and 4th, it is lane 6 and lane 3. And looking at the, that is Osbert Gu and Jaden Dickerson. Now, of course, all of these boys 13 years of age. Even playing field as far as age is concerned. And away we go. Nemanja Markovic off for the 100 metres freestyle to finish. And he's got a good rating. Pretty irregular type breathing here, just gasping for breath when he needs it. Orlando Hardy breathing off to the right. He can't see what's going on there. Well, fantastic race here. He took the lead at the backstroke, hasn't looked back. This is Nemanja Markovic of Roskilde Swimming Club. Great job in the final 100, and look at the time here. 4:59, a 5:03 in the program, maybe the first time under 5 minutes. He's absolutely stoked. Pretty big occasion to see a 4 in the number finishing at this age over the 400 metres individual medley. Fantastic effort. Second will go to Orlando Hardy, and Osbert Gu will take the bronze. Well, there's the result. Great result for Nemanja Markovic, under 5 minutes. We move now to the 14-year-old boys 400 metres individual medley final. In lane 1 from Kiwi, Alfie Weatherston Harvey. Lane 2 from United Swimming Club, Mason Wang. 3 from Roskilde, Daniel Craigting. 4 from Jazzy, Hamish Giddens. 5 from Capital Swim Club, Lucas Snap. 6 from Roskilde, Ethan Stocks. 7 from Pukekohe, Mahuta Gemmell. Just 7 swimmers in this final for the 14-year-old boys. Fastest qualifier, Hamish Giddens, was a good 10 seconds in front of his swimmers on either side of him, Lucas Knapp and Daniel Craigting. 4:57.04 this morning in the heats. And it was Lucas Knapp that goes down the fastest, the butterflyers, and Mason Wang. We've seen Mason Wang, he's won a number of titles last year's Nags in the butterfly events. And it is a balance, isn't it, Zach, to, if you're a butterfly, how far do you push this first 100 to get ahead but not tax yourself too much for the rest of the event?
Yeah, well, you obviously want to swim to your strengths, and if you're a good 100 flyer, then you got to use that to your advantage. But you got to make sure that you're looking after yourself in the sense of you've got 100 backstrokes straight after that, then 100 breast, and then 100 free. So it's all about balance and making sure that you get that right balance.
Lucas Knapp takes them through. Daniel Craigting goes through second into the backstroke leg, and it is lane 5 that leads them now, 103.73 through the turn. Now, rating in backstroke, something that has to be learned, doesn't it, Zach? I mean, you're not known as your backstroke specialist, but you'll probably know from mates that do it at the high level that it is the rating that you've really got to try and get that rating up.
Yeah, you can't let that rating drop. You just have to keep it up. And, I mean, the legs also play a big part in the backstroke, and they kind of help you to not kill those arms too much. But I know that when Lou comes off that fly, the first thing he needs to do is get his rating up and make it stay there. So, yeah, that's probably the main thing for the backstroke leg.
Into the breaststroke lane 4 now, Hamish Giddens, who was 10 seconds faster, of course, this morning, starts to exert a bit of pressure on the field, starting to come through in the breaststroke, clearly his favoured stroke, and also backstroke got him in the position here. It's looking good, nice high recovery. Driving forward with those legs as the arms go forward into the streamline. And breaststroke often is one of those legs which sorts everyone out.
Yeah, it's one of those legs in the 400 IM where if you're not the strongest breaststroker, you need to make sure you work on it, because that's where you can get really found out.
Bit of a battle here on between lanes 5 and 6. This is Lucas Knapp and Ethan Stocks. And Ethan Stocks just starting to creep through now into second place through the breaststroke. I think he's just got it. No, they're about even as they come past us. Fantastic 100 breaststroke leg here by Hamish Giddens. He turns for home. Doesn't breathe first off the wall as well. Great practice having gone into that. He looks across, he's looking both ways. You can see he's well out in front at the moment. The race is on for second and third. Back to fourth place, it is lane 8. Lane 7, I should say, Mahuta Gemmell. This is a really fantastic final 100 for Hamish Giddens and Lucas Knapp. Lucas Knapp's taken half a body length out of Ethan Stocks. He'll take the silver, all going well in the final 10 metres. Put your hands together for the winner, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hamish Giddens, the 14-year-old national title holder. 4:51.55, 6 seconds under, and great job from Lucas Knapp and Ethan Stocks to also go under 5 minutes. All of them pushing each other along for a great result. Next up on the program, the final of the 15-year-old boys 400 metres individual medley. In lane 1 from Roskill, Andre Chan. Lane 2 from United Swimming Club, Luke Gibson. 3 from Roskill, Kevin Zhang. 4 from North Shore, Blake Faliafa. 5 from United, James Crosby. 6 from United, Leo Arrowsmith. 7 from Parnell, Daniel Huglinger. 8 from Icebreaker, Alex Willis. Three swimmers from United in this event, 2 from Roskill. Blake Faliafa the fastest through this morning, 4:49.59. Not a lot in it, James Crosby, 4:51 in lane 5, as is Kevin Zhang, 4:51. So you're going to be close in the middle of the field. Blake Faliafa leads them out in the butterfly leg from North Shore. Kevin Zhang trails Blake Faliafa through the first 100. Luke Gibson in lane 2 doing well off that butterfly leg. And that lead remains the same at the front end of the field, lane 5. James Crosby's picked up some distance there in the first lap of the backstroke. Starting to come through. Blanket across the field now, coming through to the halfway mark of this 400 metres individual medley for 15-year-old boys. They come into the wall, careful to touch on their back, flip onto the breaststroke. Very good pull out here in lane 3 by Kevin Zhang. He was the one that got a good margin there off that breaststroke pull out. The race is on here, and the breaststroke leg, always so important to get into that freestyle first.
Yeah, they all came in together on that backstroke leg, so it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top at the end of this breaststroke leg and seeing if they can maintain that lead all the way into the finish.
Kevin Zhang takes the lead. He's had a fantastic last few years. Very, very talented across all of the strokes. Kevin Zhang in the breaststroke. James Crosby slips into the silver medal position. Blake Faliafa with some work to do in lane 4.
It's going to be a really good finish to see these boys in this last 100 freestyle just go at it toe to toe.
Kevin Zhang will touch 100-metre freestyle. Bit of a sneaky look over there to lane 5. James Crosby. He'll be hard to beat from this position, Kevin Zhang. Crosby breathing off to his right. He can't see what's going on. Zhang breathing to his right, can see all the action across the pool. Blake Faliafa starting to recognise what he needs to do in this final 100 if he's going to hold on to, well, win this event. The crowd starting to heat up. The North Shore team pushing Blake Faliafa on. Has he left his run too late? Kevin Zhang pushing. 25 metres to swim for these swimmers. James Crosby peering over. Can he hold off Blake Faliafa? I think he's going to. It's going to be Zhang, Crosby, Faliafa. Gold, silver, bronze here in the 15-year-old boys 400-metre individual medley. What a race. 4:43.22. Well underneath the heat times this morning. A few of these swimmers just easing their way through into the final this evening. And congratulations, the green times on our board here in the facility showing faster times than the heats this morning, and fantastic to see all 8 swimmers swimming faster than this morning. There's the official result of the 15-year-old boys. We move now to the final of the 16-year-old boys 400 metres individual medley. In lane 1 from Coast Swim Club, Jet Curtius. Lane 2 from Greendale, Caleb Carlisle. Lane 3 from Pirates Swim Team, Ethan Buchanan. 4 from Evolution Aquatics, Isaac Williams. 5 from Parnell Swimming, Ryan Peck. 6 from North Shore, Howard Liu. Lane 7 from TBSS, Sam Kenny. Down the first lap of this 100 metres butterfly, Isaac Williams was the fastest this morning in 4:43. They would have eyed up those times, Zach, of the age group before them, going, we can't be beaten by the 15-year-olds, so I'm sure we're going to see a good race here.
Yeah, I remember being back at Nags and knowing that if the boys in front of me, who were a bit younger, went some quick times, I had to make sure that I backed that up and went faster. I didn't want to be a little bit embarrassed and let the younger boys beat me.
Yeah, it's probably a little unsettling, to be honest, seeing the times on the board before you even start. Isaac Williams takes them through the 100-metre butterfly. Looking comfortable, well out in front by 1.4 seconds over Ryan Peck in lane 5. He's a class act, this Isaac Williams. He claimed a number of titles last year. I interviewed him many, many times over the championships last year. And let's see what happens across this backstroke leg. Looks like Ryan Peck's just clawed back a little bit of that deficit. Coached by Mike Lee in Tauranga, Evolution Aquatics.
I've got a bit of a good breaststroke program with Josh Gilbert, so it'll be interesting to see if some of that breaststroke's rubbed off here, and he can put together a really good breaststroke leg.
That's right. He would have been inspired by Josh Gilbert, got a triple championship wins at the New Zealand Championships a couple of weeks ago. Into the breaststroke, half a body length lead, Ryan Peck. Third place at the moment is Howard Liu from North Shore in 6th. Fifth, looking at the moment, is Caleb Carlisle. Fantastic to see, Zach. A full crowd of spectators, no pods, no restrictions inside. Feels like, touch wood, we might be coming out the other side of this.
Yeah, it's giving off the old Nags feeling, and it's really good to see everyone around the pool deck. It's good to see the masks on and all that kind of stuff, but it's really cool to see a building full of people here to watch the racing and compete.
Certainly helps in terms of the crowd noise in your events in the past. How much does the crowd noise lift you? I mean, obviously your head's underwater for half the time, but it must lift you surely.
Standing behind the blocks and hearing your teammates cheering for you, that's a really cool feeling, and especially at a young age at Nags, you're 18 and under, it's really cool to have mum and dad in the stands watching as well, so I think that's a really cool bonus.
And back into the lead, Isaac Williams, class act through this 100-metre breaststroke. Obviously that Josh Gilbert effect has rubbed off, and he would have known that that was a critical part of the 400 IM. Isaac Williams now is going to hold off Ryan Peck in the final 100. Let's see what happens. Still the remain Howard Liu and from North. No, it is not Howard Liu. It is Sam Kenny in lane 7 who has snuck into third place. He's had a fantastic breaststroke leg. Isaac Williams turns for home, 50 metres to swim. On track for a 4:34, 4:35 here. In this last lap, the 6-beat kick starting to come in now. He looks over, he can hear the roar of the crowd. Isaac Williams opens up a body length lead now on Ryan Peck. 20 metres to swim. Looking solid in the final stages. Isaac Williams is going to win this for the 16-year-old boys. 4:41.78. And that Junior Pan Pacific time of 4:35.40 could have been some of the times these swimmers were trying to reach for a great title. For Isaac Williams, second Ryan Peck, third to Caleb Carlisle in lane 2. Great finish for him. And taking a look at the official result there, 4:41.78 for Isaac Williams. We move now to the 17, 18-year-old boys, 400 metres individual medley final. In lane 1 from Raumati Swim Club, Alexander Ciccioni. Lane 2 from Waitakere Swim Club, James Slesser. Lane 3 from North Shore, Harrison Cook. Lane 4 from Capital Swim Club, Sam Brown. Lane 5 from Wanaka Swimming Club, Benjamin Silipo. Lane 6 from Napier Aquahawks, Michael Lansdowne. Lane 7 from Pirates Swim Team, Henry Guy. Lane 8 from Hamilton Aquatics, Elijah Singleton. the combined age group of 17-18 for the boys, 400 metres individual medley. 2 18-year-olds in the field, Sam Brown, James Slesser. The rest of them 17 years old. And Sam Brown doing a great job coming up the ranks in this event. He's obviously got Olympic finalist Lewis Clareburt to train with. The New Zealand age group record at 4:14.42, Lewis Clareburt 4 years ago, probably at these championships. And already taking commanding lead here, Zach, over the first 100 metres.
Yeah, Sam's a talented kid, eh? He's got Lewis there training with him, so it's really cool to see him trying to follow in his footsteps and I guess one day his goal will be to smash Lewis in a 400 IM. So it's really cool to see Sam up here and racing really fast.
Certainly a bit of rivalry across the Dive to Survive little video there. Certainly seems to be a little bit of friendly rivalry across those two swimmers. A little bit of banter. And the key to a good medley swimmer here, Zach, isn't it? Just no weaknesses really across the strokes. I mean, you don't really want to show a weakness. There'll always be one stroke that's better than the others, but to be at the very top of medley swimming, you have to really not have a weakness.
Yeah, you really want to be that jack of all trades, and you want to be able to nail every stroke. And you see it in Lewis and you see it in Sam, and they branch out into different strokes. They're doing the 100 fly, they're doing the 200 IM, they're doing the 200 back. So you see them not just doing the individual medley events, but actually racing in these individual strokes, and it really helps at the end of the day these 400 IM races.
That's right, and that must make training quite demanding because you're not concentrating on one stroke. You actually have to work in all of the strokes, and I guess that means a lot of medley in training.
Yeah, and I mean, if you need to work on a stroke, then that takes priority as well. So I know Lou's been doing a lot of breaststroke, but he still has to make sure he's keeping up his fly and his backstroke. And I know Sam's quite a good 200 backstroker, so he still has to nail out that backstroke training, but also make sure he gets that IM training in. And so I think a lot of these medley swimmers, they do a lot of freestyle endurance trainings as well, just to get that endurance side up of the race, and then making sure that they're working on the skills and all that of the other disciplines.
Sam Brown leads the way in the 17, 18-year-old boys, 400 metres individual medley. This is his favoured event. And he's absolutely smashing it in this breaststroke. He looks like he wants to get this time. Beautiful glide out the front, head right underneath the water, popping out, driving with those legs forward. Sam Brown, no one around him at all. He's swimming out on his own. He would have known that. And now into the freestyle. $3:22.71. A 1 minute 100 freestyle will take us to 4:22. Let's see what he can do. Second place at the moment is Ben Silipo. Third is Harrison Cook. Sam Brown will be heading to Mare Nostrum, the circuit of racing over in Europe in next month, and him coming down to win the title here. Put your hands together for Sam Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic swim, drives it into the wall, 4:23.68, and I think that's faster than his sea time this morning, Zach.
Yeah, that's a really well put together race there from Sam Brown, so good work, Sammy boy.
And a fantastic final 100 there for lane 5's Ben Silipo. 4:40.24. Harrison Cook will take the bronze. Fourth will go to Michael Lansdowne. Great to get a PB there for Sam Brown. He was determined from the outset. You could just see it. Well, next up is event number 5, the girls 200 metres individual medley. There are 5 age group finals. We start with the 13-year-old girls. In lane 2 from Carterton Swim Club, Ava Wilson. Lane 3 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Olivia Wheeler. 4 from Icebreaker Aquatics, Milan Glintmeyer. 5 from Wharanui Swim Club, Bridie Quayle. 6 from Capital Swim Club, Marina Nadillo. 7 from Mount Wellington, Alex McIntosh. Again, a medley, this time half the distance, 1 length of the pool for each stroke. The whole dynamic changes. Zach talking about the half the distance, 200 metres individual medley here. So quite a different tactic.
Yeah, I guess it almost turns into a bit of a sprint race. You're smashing that first 50 fly, and in the first 50 of a race, you talk about that easy speed, and so you're going straight into that easy speed first 50 and then into backstroke. So you can kind of expend a bit more energy in that first 50 fly than you would in the likes of a 400 IM.
And the distance off the walls here, the pull-outs, the underwater work, the streamline, very important. The shorter the distance, the more it can come into play.
Yeah, and it gives you a chance because it's not as long to absolutely nail these skills and nail these underwaters, and it will give you the best advantage going into each of these different strokes.
Milan Glintmeyer, the New Zealand record holder over 50 metres butterfly for her age, has taken a commanding lead in the first 100. She heads into the breaststroke now, and she is being challenged here by Olivia Wheeler. The junior Pampax time qualifying for any of these swimmers is 2:20.92. Milan Glintmeyer still leads with the closing stages of the breaststroke. That margin has closed though. Bridie Quayle in lane 5 will touch second, nothing in it. Olivia Wheeler, it's going to come down to the final 50 freestyle like it often does. And when your lungs are absolutely burning, you have to just dig deep and find that energy over the final 50 metre.
Yeah, you really want to smash those first 3 50s and then just give everything you got in that last 50, that last freestyle leg.
That's where the skills to come, and the good length off the wall, not breathing off the turn, all those sorts of things. Milan Glintmeyer, ladies and gentlemen, the 13-year-old girls, New Zealand champion, 200 metres individual medley, 2:27.96, well underneath her heat time this morning. All of these girls have gone underneath their heat time, which is great to see. Well done. Bodes well for the rest of the championships for these girls, doing PBs on day one. For swimming faster at night, which is so important. We move now to the 14-year-old girls 200-metre individual medley final. In lane 1 from United Swimming Club, Amorita Na. 2 from Howick Pakaranga, Olivia Bates. 3 from Hamilton Aquatics, Chloe Peters. 4 from Napier Aquahawks, Kate Hurley. 5 from Napier Aquahawks, Breeze van Velhuizen. 6 from Whananui Swim Club, Riley McBride. 7 from Phoenix Aquatics, Jasmine Lyles. 8 from Parnell Swimming, Isabella Lambie. The 14-year-old girls 200 metres individual medley final. The 2 Napier Aquahawk swimmers in lane 4 and 5. Not much separating them. Down through the butterfly leg, it is Chloe Peters that takes them through. Riley McBride goes through second, Kate Hurley in lane 4 third. Through to the backstroke leg now, and Kate Hurley takes back the lead, and that was a really good backstroke lead. Look at that. 2 seconds faster, but the fastest of them was Breeze van Velhuizen. Kate Hurley starting to put some pressure on the field in this breaststroke. She's looking solid, she's looking good. Good rating there too. Means business down this 50-metre breaststroke. Fantastic 50, 42.64 through the breaststroke leg, Kate Hurley. A good 4 seconds fast, or 2 seconds fast, Olivia Bates, but got a great lead there, well out in front. Kate Hurley, something's going to have to go wrong for her not to claim this title with 25 metres to go. Second, maybe her teammate, lane 5, Breeze van Velhuizen. She's going to have to push it in the final 20 metres. Big challenge coming from Chloe Peters in lane 3 from Hamilton. Chloe Peters is eyeing up the silver, but the win's going to go to Kate Hurley, 2:25.76. 5 seconds under her heat time this morning. And the teammates embrace. All sewn up for Kate Hurley, but it was pretty close. It was Breeze van Velhuizen who holds it, 2:28.39, just 0.4 of a second back to Chloe Peters for the bronze. We move now to the 15-year-old girls 200 metres individual medley final. In lane 1 from Evolution Aquatics, Shaylee Brewer. Lane 2 from Howick Pakaranga, Danielle Asiata. Lane 3 from North Shore, Gabrielle Doyle. Lane 4 from Jazzy Swim Club, Hannah Abdu. 5 from United Swimming Club, Alexandra Campion. Lane 6 from Coast Swim Club, Zoe Pedersen. 7 from United Swimming Club, Hannah Piper. 8 from North Shore, Caitlin Cook. Fifteen-year-old girls now tight in the middle lanes. Only 1 second separating 3 through 5. Down the first lap goes Gabrielle Doyle. Second, Alexandra Campion in 5. And Hannah Abdu, some work to do. She goes through 8th through the butterfly leg. Really pushing it in lane 5. Alexandra Campion trying to get as much as she can through the first half of this event. Will turn into the breaststroke first. Not far behind is Gabrielle Doyle. Let's look at these changeovers, Zach. And it is Alexandra Campion. Pretty even across the breaststroke pullouts. This is going to be a close one. Can Hannah Abdu pull it back? She obviously did a pretty good job of it this morning, 2:27 flat. But of a bit of a mental hurdle to overcome here, Zach, being sitting about 6th place.
Yeah, especially in a 200 with just over 50 metres to go. She's going to have to really rally up and push through this last 50 to try to get back up there.
In fact, she was 4th. And they come through to the final turn. Alexander Campion just 0.7 of a second in front of Gabrielle Doyle. It's going to come down to the freestyle.
This is going to be a really good finish here because I know Gabrielle Doyle is a bit of a good freestyler, so let's see if she can pull it away.
And Gabrielle Doyle breathing off both sides. She can see it. Neck and neck with 25 metres to go. Doyle and Campion. Who's got the goods? Who can bring it home? Gabrielle Doyle pulls in front from North Shore. Doyle's going to take it for the 15-year-old girls, 200 metres individual medley. Campion will take second. And Abdu comes through with a fantastic final 50 to take the bronze. All of these swimmers swimming faster than this morning's heats. We move now to welcoming and introducing the 16-year-old girls 200 metres individual medley finalists. In lane 1, from Ngātai Tuatia Taraika, Ella Drummond. Lane 2, from Pirate Swim Team, Georgina Bell. 3, from Viking Swim Club, Hope Shamil. 4, from Evolution Aquatics, Talita McEwen. 5, from TBSS, Lanahay Connolly. 6, from Ngātai Tuatia Taraika, Neve Tasaka. 7, from United Swimming Club, Abby Davidson. 8, from Tasman Swim Club, Samantha Wilson. Two junior Pan Pac qualifiers in this event, Hope Shamil and Neve Tasaka. Both swum at the New Zealand Championships a couple of weeks ago. Talita McEwen already raced the 800 metre freestyle this evening. She is in great form. She didn't have the best New Zealand Championships a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure she'd probably say that herself, but she started this Championships in great form, and let's hope it continues for her. She leads the way through the first 200 metres. She's such a competitor, Talita McEwen, and a seasoned racer. I think I heard she's got over 10 races in this championship this week. So pretty flat across the field through the backstroke, Zach. Obviously no idea where most of them are sitting in the field. They come into the breaststroke and figure it out from there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens after this breaststroke leg. It's pretty cool to see Talitha backing up after an 800, which is a pretty demanding race.
Hope Shamil comes through in the breaststroke. She's got a good handy lead over Talita McEwen of about 3/4 of a body length. Over to lane 6, Neve Tasaka. No surprises there, she's starting to come through. New Zealand record for this event, held by Chloe Francis back in 2010. It's going to be an interesting final 50-metre freestyle like we've seen with all of them. Neve Tasaka, Hope Shamil, the two junior Pan Pac qualifiers battling it out for the title here in 2:22. And as we've seen in the earlier races, the earlier lanes, lane 3, is it the lucky lane? Let's see, 25 metres to go. Hope Shamil leads, Neve Tasaka. Talita McEwen battling away for bronze. Lanahay Connolly sitting in the bronze medal position, finishing. Talita McEwen coming through strongly, but it's going to be Hope Shamil that wins it. 2:20.79, that is underneath again the junior Pan Pac time for Hope Shamil. A great swim for her. Second, Neve Tasaka. Third will go to Talita McEwen. Fourth, Lanahay Connolly. A tough race for all of the 16-year-old girls there. A close finish. We move now to the final 17, 18-year-old girls, 200 metres individual medley. In lane 1 from United Swimming Club, Dasha Barbina. Lane 2 from Waitakere Swim Club, Charlie Toos. 3 from Pirates Swim Team, Georgia Wills. 4 from Coast Swimming Club, Zylika Pratt-Smith. 5 from Ngātai Tuatea Ataraika, Molly Player. 6 from Raumati Swim Club, Maya Adams. 7 from Capital Swim Club, Jenna Ralston-Larking. 8 from United Swimming Club, Olivia Gibson. Away we go, the final event in the women's 200 metres individual medley, the 17, 18-year-old age group. Zylika Pratt-Smith, she had a fantastic Apollo Projects New Zealand Championships a couple of weeks ago. Swimming now for the Coast Swimming Club, which is in the Hibiscus Coast, north of Auckland, or in Auckland. She'll touch first in the butterfly leg. She's got a good margin, 1.5 seconds over the rest of the field. Leads her into the backstroke leg. Now, Zach, we talked about that freestyle endurance. It really does come into play in that final 50-metre freestyle where you're completely taxed and you've got to make sure you've got enough of the goods to bring it home. There's nothing worse than the piano falling with 25 metres to go and a 200 metres IM when you're well out in front.
Yeah, we talk about you don't want to fall to bits in that last 50. When you're coming off that last wall from the breaststroke leg, you want to make sure you come off strong and you're not slipping that water. Because as soon as you start slipping that water and spinning, that's when the piano is going to fall hard and it's going to really hurt.
Zylika Pratt-Smith leads the charge. 1 second in front of Molly Player there. Molly Player had a really good backstroke leg, the backstroke specialist. But Zylika Pratt-Smith, she had a 2:19.95 this morning, the only swimmer under 2:20. She's going to be hard to beat across the final 50 metres. She turns first. She's got a margin of, 4 seconds. She took a 3-second margin there, 39-second 50 breaststroke. Well underneath anyone else in the field. Great job. Chasing hard is Molly Player. Third looks to be lane 2's Charlie Toos, now swimming for Waitakere. Let's look what time we can get here out of Zylika Pratt-Smith. 2:17.89. Well done to her, well underneath that junior Pampax time. And not far outside of that New Zealand age group record of 2:15. Second to Player, third to Toos in lane 2. Well, that concludes the women's finals of the 200 metres individual medley. We're going to be back after the break for the first of our medal ceremonies for the events that have taken place this evening. We'll see you soon. Welcome back. This is the Apollo Project's New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships live from the Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre. We now begin shortly the medal ceremonies for the events, the 4 events that have taken place this evening in each of the different age groups. Our medal ceremony sponsor, All Proof Industries, thank you for their support. Presenting medals this evening, CEO of Swimming New Zealand, Steve Johns. Supporting the medal efforts, Poppy Harrod. We start with event 1, the boys 1500 metre freestyle 13-year-old boys. The winner and gold medalist in 18:19.17 from Aquablades, Christopher Calabot. Moving to the 14-year-old boys, 1500 metre freestyle. Bronze medalist, 17:46.28 from Capital, Hunter Lloyd. Silver medalist in 17:38.88 from North Canterbury, Jackson Close. And winning the gold medal in 17:26.47 from Roskill, Ethan Stocks. Moving now to the 15-year-old boys, bronze medalist, 17:27.88 from Hamilton Aquatics, Jonty Sheriffs. Silver medalist in 17:05.85 from Coast Swimming Club, Jack Potier. Winning the gold medal in 16:51.63 from Aquablades, Daniel Calabot. Sixteen-year-old boys, 1500 metre freestyle, medal ceremony. Third place, bronze medal, 17:11.55 from Aquagym, Jordan Astley. Silver medalist in 16:46.89 from Mitahiku Swim Club, Matthew Spate. Gold medalist in 16:38.45 from Coast Swimming Club, Lan Hamblino. Seventeen, 18-year-old boys, bronze medalist, 17:05.78 from Ramari Swim Club, Alexandra Cecchioni. Silver medalist in 17:04.41 from Neptune Swim Club, Eli Ashby. And winning the gold medal in 17:01.8 from Tasman Swim Club, Oxford Bailey. That concludes event number 1. We move now to event 4. The girls 800 metres freestyle, starting with the 13-year-old girls. The silver medalist in 10:30.08 from St Paul's Swimming Club, Hayley McIntyre. And the gold medalist in 9:59.89 from Carterton Swimming Club, Ava Wilson. Fourteen-year-old girls are next. Bronze medalist in 9:50.03 from St Peter's, Alyssa Tapper. Silver medalist 9:40.65 from Hawak Pakaranga, Olivia Bates. And gold medalist in 9:36.76 from Matamata Swim Club, Olivia Emmett. Fifteen-year-old girls up next. Bronze medalist, 9:27.29 from Hamilton Aquatics, Sophie Hay. Silver medalist in 9:27.05 from Jazzy, Hannah Abdu. And winning the bronze medal in 9:16.66 from Vikings, Brooke Bennett. 16-year-old girls, 800 metre freestyle. Bronze medal, 9:30.09 from Coast Swimming Club, Lena Hamblino. Second, silver, 9:19.51 from St Peter's Swimming Club, Milana Tapper. Winning in 9:03.58 from Evolution Aquatics, Tauranga, Talita McEwen. Now to the 17, 18-year-old girls. Bronze medal, 9:40.60 from Raumati Swimming Club, Maya Adams. Silver medalist in 9:34.64 from Dargaville Swim Club, Amelia Feiner. And winning the gold medal in 8:57.93 from Evolution Aquatics, Tauranga, Kira Allett. Well done to all the girls across the 800 metre freestyle. We move now to event 2, the boys 400 metres individual medley, starting with the 13-year-old boys. Bronze medal, 5:08.96 from Phoenix, Osbert Gu. Silver, 5:03.38 from Hamilton Aquatics, Orlando Hardy. And winning the gold medal in 4:59.32 from Roskell Swimming Club, Nemanja Markovic. Fourteen-year-old boys are up next. Bronze medalist in 4:54.86 from Roskell, Ethan Stocks. Silver medal in 4:54.15 from Capital Swim Club, Lucas Knapp. And gold medalist 4:51.55 from Jazzy, Hamish Giddens. Fifteen-year-old boys up next. Bronze medalist, 4:45.17 from North Shore, Blake Faleafa. Silver medalist, 4:44.15 from United, James Crosby. And the gold medalist in 4:43.22 from Roskell, Kevin Zhang. Moving to the 16-year-olds, bronze medalist 4:48.33 from Greendale, Caleb Carlisle. Silver medalist 4:45.16 from Parnell, Ryan Peck. Winning the gold medal in 4:41.78 from Evolution, Isaac Williams. (17, 18-year-old category now. Bronze medal, 4:42.55 from North Shore, Harrison Cook. Silver medal in 4:40.24 from Wanaka Swimming Club, Benjamin Silipo. And gold medalist in 4:23.68 from Capital, Sam Brown. Well done to all the boys in the 400 metres individual medley. Next up, event 5, the medal ceremony for the girls, 200 metres individual medley, starting with the 13-year-old girls. Bronze medal, 2:31.84 from Pukekohe Swimming Club, Olivia Wheeler. Silver medalist in 2:31.80 from Whananui Swim Club, Bridie Quayle. Gold medalist in 2:27.96 from Icebreaker, Milan Glintmeyer. "14-year-old girls, bronze medal, 2:28.71 from Hamilton Aquatics, Chloe Peters. Silver medalist, 2:28.39 from Napier Aquahawks, Breeze van Veldhuizen. And winning in 2:25.76 from Napier Aquahawks, Kate Hurley. "15-year-old girls now. Bronze medalist in 2:26.70 from Jazzy, Hannah Abdu. Silver medalist in 2:25.10, United Swim Club's Alexandra Campion. The gold medalist in 2:24.07 from North Shore, Gabrielle Doyle. "16-year-old girls now. Third place, 2:23.16 from Evolution Aquatics, Talita McEwen. Second in 2:22.18 from Ngātai Tuatia a Taraika, Neve Tasaka. And gold medalist in 2:20.79 from Viking Swim Club, Hope Chamil. "17, 18-year-old girls, bronze medal, 2:25.34 from Waitakere Swimming Club, Charlie Toos. Silver medal, 2:22.50 from Ngātai Tuatia a Taraika, Molly Player. And gold medalist in 2:17.89 from Coast Swimming Club, Zylika Pratt-Smith. Well, that concludes the medal ceremonies for the first half. Well, 4 events this evening so far, thanks to All Proof Industries, our medal ceremony sponsor. Thank you to Steve Johns, CEO of Swimming New Zealand, for presenting those medals. We move to our next event on the program, and that will be event 101, the 100-metre breaststroke for boys para multi-class.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back. A good lot of action this evening. Some long events, the 1500 metre freestyle for the men, the boys, the 800 metre freestyle for the girls, 400 and 200 metres individually, boys and girls respectively. And now we move to some of the shorter events on the program. A 100 metre breaststroke, boys and girls for para. And then we move to the 50 metre backstroke. So we look forward to seeing Asher Smith-Franklin shortly. A New Zealand record this morning in the SB14 class, a 1:20.71, 2.2 seconds under the existing New Zealand record. He'll be up against Bailey Conlon, who had a wonderful New Zealand Championships a couple of weeks ago, swam almost every event. Great to see Lewis Clareburt joining us for a bit of the action this evening. And the swimmers line up for event 101, the men's 100 metre breaststroke para multi-class. In lane 4 from North Shore, Asher Smith-Franklin. Lane 5 from Te Arawa Swimming, Bailey Conlon. Asher Smith-Franklin smashing the New Zealand record this morning in the heats. Let's see what he can do tonight. The para-athlete who has spent most of his swimming life in Australia, finally back into New Zealand, a New Zealand citizen, and he is looking incredibly strong. What a talent here in the S14 category. 2:20.71 is the time he did this morning. Wonderful to see these young para-athletes coming through, Zach, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good, and they're racing so well at the moment. It's good to see them just absolutely smashing it.
Very good rating here. Just driving those arms forward across the top of the water. The head follows, doesn't quite submerge the water. Nice undulation in the stroke here. Bailey Conlon, slightly different technique, slightly flatter in his technique. Got to keep, just like butterfly, very similar movement, keeping the hips nice and high. And Asher Smith-Franklin looking for a 1:20.71 to break the New Zealand record once again. Let's have a look. He's looking real quick. 1:15, 1:16, he's going to smash it again. 1:19.63. 1:19.63, what a time. Let's see what Bailey Conlon can do. .1:32, just on the same time, exactly, just a little bit quicker than this morning for Bailey Conlon. Great job backing up the heat to the final. That's what it's all about. Big smile on his face, pump of the fist. Mum and Dad will be very, very proud. We move now to the 100 metre breaststroke for girls, para multi-class. In lane 4 from Matamata Swimming Club, Riley Sayer. In lane 5 from Coast Swimming Club, Shannon Murphy. young 13-year-old Riley Sayer in 4. She broke the 16 and under New Zealand record this morning, and not far off Jane Fox's Open New Zealand record at 1:53.13. Shannon Murphy, a name and face people have come to recognise, the 17-year-old from Coast Swimming Club. She owns the New Zealand record in S6 category at 2:11. Let's see whether we can get a couple of NZRs this evening. Down the halfway mark, Riley Sayer, 53.22. Racing her own time in her own category here. So if she comes back in a minute, we've got a New Zealand record. Of course, she had the dive to start, which would have been a good 2 seconds or more. And of course, a bit of a drop off with the fatigue in the second lap, but she's looking good. 25 metres to go for Riley Sayer, and Shannon Murphy not far behind in the S6 category. Let's get her under the New Zealand record, ladies and gentlemen. Riley Sayer at 13 years of age. 13. What a promising young para-athlete here. 1:53.13. She does it. 1:52.71. One of the youngest, I'm sure, Open New Zealand record holders for S14. 2 New Zealand records tonight, both boys and girls. Massive smile. She deserves it. And Shannon Murphy, 2:12, just over her New Zealand record, but a great swim all the same from those 2 girls there. Look at that reaction there from Riley. And Shannon Murphy will win that, each operating in their own different disability class. We move now to event 3, the boys 50-metre backstroke age finals, starting with the 13-year-old boys. In lane 1 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Tyson Forbes. In lane 2 from Phoenix Aquatics, Osbert Gu. Lane 3 from Hamilton Aquatics, Orlando Hardy. Lane 4 from North Shore, Elwyn Bayo. Lane 5 from Whakatane Swimming Club, Kagan Boonan. Lane 6 from Tasman Swim Club, Lono Kalani. 7 from Hokanui Aquatics, Marlon Bennett. Lane 8 from Whanganui Swim Club, Eli Abraham. Away we go, underwater work here. Great underwater work by Osbert Gu. He's had a great meet so far. Also pushing hard in lane 5 is Lono Kalani from Tasman. It's going to be a close finish here. Lane 6, by the looks of it, is leading. Lane 4 starting to come back, Elwyn Bayo. And it is Elwyn Bayo who gets there. Just 0.1 of a second over Kagan Boonan. Third will go to Marlon Bennett out there in lane 7. There's the official result of the 13-year-old boys. We move now to the 14-year-old boys. In lane 1 from Trojans, Angus Lovett. Lane 2 from Capital Swim Club, Hunter Lloyd. 3 from Mount Eden Swimming, Jacob Story. 4 from North Shore, Liam Vogel. 5 from Mount Eden, Isaac Gear. 6 from Roskill, Ethan Stocks. Lane 7 from Northwave, Hans Hauff. And lane 8 from Pirates, Zach Alexander. Good start in lane 4. This is Liam Vogel of North Shore. Vogel leads them through the first 25. He's got a body length lead. Lane 3 and 5 flanking him all the way down. Vogel's going to get there. The 14-year-old boys, 50 metres backstroke. In he comes, 27.94. Second goes to Jacob Story, third to Isaac Gear. The next final is the 15-year-old boys. In lane 1 from Phoenix Aquatics, Brandon Holder. Lane 2 from Alexandra Swim Club, Liam Rees. 3 from Swim Zone Racing, Daniel Williams. 4 from Coast Swim Club, Jasper Cornish. 5 from Tasman Swim Club, William Seymour. 6 from United Swimming Club, James Crosby. 7 from North Shore, Blake Faliafa. Lane 8 from North Shore, Matthew Zeng. Set and ready now, the 15-year-old boys, 50-metre backstroke. Away cleanly, the 15-year-old boys, 50 backstroke final. Jasper Cornish in lane 4. He did the fastest time, under 28 this morning. He's got some work to do for the final 25. William Seymour, stroke for stroke in the final 20 metres. Jasper Cornish just starting to come through. Whoa, bit of a dive into the finish. William Seymour gets it. Jasper Cornish just lurches out a little bit too far away from the wall. And Seymour takes the gold. Cornish the silver. Just 0.5 separating first and second there. Daniel Williams takes the bronze. We move now to the 16-year-old boys 50-metre backstroke final. In lane 1 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Tito Tipi. Lane 2 from United Swimming Club, Jackson Kennard. Lane 3 from Mitahiku Swim Club, Joseph Koriati. Lane 4 from Capital Swim Club, Finn Harland. Lane 5 from Waitakere Swim Club, Hunter Dobson. Lane 6 from Icebreaker Aquatics, Alex Odom. Lane 7 from TBSS, Harrison Clowens. Lane 8 from United Swimming Club, Quinton Wong. The New Zealand age group record holder in lane 4, Finn Harland, 26.61 this morning. Comes out well. He's got Hunter Dobson, the junior Pan Pacific qualifier, just on his outside in 5. Can Finn Harland break his own New Zealand age group record? Finn Harland with 10 metres to swim. Goes for the wall. He's going to win it. What time can he get? 26.63. Almost exactly the same time as this morning. Second will go to Hunter Dobson in almost exactly the same time as this morning. Third to Joseph Koriati.
I love you, Joseph.
And we move now to the 17, 18-year-old boys 50-metre backstroke final. In lane 1 from Wharanui Swim Club, Max Gardner. Lane 2 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Thomas Murray. Lane 3 from Wharanui Swim Club, Taiko Torepi Ormsby. Lane 4 from North Shore, Cameron Gray. 5 from North Shore, Cooper Morley. 6 from Ngātai Tuatia a Taraika, Alex Esposito. 7 from Roskill, Jacob Lawrence. And 8 from Ngātai Tuatia a Taraika is Shane Maskell. Cameron Gray on lane 4, a good second in front of everyone else this morning in the heats. had a fantastic New Zealand Championships a couple of weeks ago, a world champ qualifier in the development time. Cameron Gray pushing it. Can he get a New Zealand age group record here? 25.3. Great swim here by Taiko Torepi Ormsby. 25.71. Second to Torepi Ormsby. Bronze to Alex Esposito. Some good solid swims there. The green one's on the board, the faster than this morning's heats. But a good silver there from lane 3 for Torepi Ormsby. And that concludes the boys' 50 metres backstroke finals. We move now to event 6, the girls' 50 metre backstroke finals, starting with the 13-year-old girls. In lane 2 from North Shore, Ria Somerville. 3 from Pukekohe Swim Club, Olivia Wheeler. 4 from Icebreaker Aquatics, Milan Glintmeyer. 5 from Wharanui Swim Club, Bridie Quayle. 6 from North Canterbury, Millie Bell. The 13-year-old girls, 50 metre backstroke final. Pretty flat across the field over the first 15 metres. Starting to get a bit of a lead in lane 4. This is Milan Glintmeyer. She's been a real star in this age group. The New Zealand record holder, age group record holder in the 50 butterfly. She's a real sprinter, starting to make waves in the final 10 metres. She comes through to win 30.23. She'll win. Second will go to Olivia Wheeler. Third to Bridie Quayle. We move now to the 14-year-old girls' final of the 50 backstroke. In lane 1 from Napier Aquahawks, Breeze van Veldhuizen. 2 from Parnell Swimming, Scarlett Bassett. 3 from Wharanui Swim Club, Riley McBride. 4 from United Swimming Club, Amelia Duff. 5 from Hamilton Aquatics, Pippa Mihaka. 6 from Howick Pakaranga, Maya Laban. 7 from Swim Timaru, Annabelle Scott. And 8 from Napier Aquahawks, Zoe Enor. Nice start in lane 5 there by Pippa Mihaka of Hamilton. She's got the lead, and also lane 7, Annabelle Scott from Swim Timaru. Annabelle Scott leads them through the 25 metre. Now starting to catch up is Amelia Duff. It's completely flat across the field. Let's see what the board says. It is Pippa Mihaka who gets there, 31.04, 5/100ths of a second back to Amelia Duff. Third, Riley McBride. What a fast finish, what a close finish. Look at that on the replay. It was just the last few strokes that Pippa Mihaka grabbed it, the all-important finish. Next up is the 15-year-old girls 50-metre backstroke. In lane 1 from Roskill Swimming Club, Alex Wynn. In lane 2 is Ariana Roberts from Evolution. Lane 3 from TBSS Central City, Amelia Bray. 4 from United Swimming Club, Isabel Gibson. 5 from North Shore, Savannah Eve Martin. 6 from Whanganui Swim Club, Grace Hayden. 7 from Coast Swim Club, Mia Stanley Hunt. And lane 8 from Parnell Swimming, Charlotte Steele. Isabel Gibson, the only one to swim under 30 seconds this morning. She gets off to a good start in lane 4 in the black cap. Isabel Gibson from United Swimming Club. Also going strongly, Savannah Eve Martin from North Shore. North Shore versus United in lanes 4 and 5. Coming home strongly, Amelia Bray in 3. It's going to be Isabel Gibson to the wall, I think. I think she's done enough in the last 10 metres. She has 29.91. Second to Savannah Eve Martin. Third will go to Amelia Bray, all in the middle lanes. Another close finish there. We move to the 16-year-old girls 50-metre backstroke final. In lane 1 from Pirates Swim Team, Georgina Bell. Lane 2 from TBSS Central City, Anna Lapua. 3 from TBSS, Anna McGowan. 4 from TBSS, Liv Peebles. 5 from North Shore, Summer Osborne. 6 from Whanganui Swim Club, Georgia Abraham. 7 from Tawa, Anika Yeldon. 8 from Swim Timaru, Eva Borkowski. Three TBSS in this event, lanes 2 through 4. Liv Peebles the fastest. This one's going to be a close one as well. All within a second or half a second in the middle lanes from the heats this morning. And surprise, surprise, they're all together. Liv Peebles comes down, final 15 metres. Liv Peebles starting to pop her head in front. She goes down to the wall. She's going to win this for the 16-year-old girls. 29.86, second goes to Anna McGowan, third to Georgia Abraham. In lane 6 from Whanganui, another close one. Moving now to the 17, 18-year-old girls 50-metre backstroke final. In lane 1 from TBSS, Ray Kwan. 2 from TBSS, Tess Winneray. 3 from Waitakere Swim Club, Amber George. 4 from Mount Maunganui, Kasia Stokes. 5 from Coast Swimming Club, Zyleka Pratt-Smith. 6 from North Shore, Zoe Crawford. 7 from Ngātai Tuatia Ataraika, Molly Player. And lane 8 from St Peter's, Caitlin Flynn. First up was lane 5, Zyleka Pratt-Smith. She's already got a title this evening. Kasia Stokes in lane 4, but look at lane 8, Caitlin Flynn from St Peter's. Caitlin Flynn is well out in front, starting to come through lane 3, Amber George of Waitakere. Amber George is out in front. The tall frame of Amber George, can she get there? She does, 29.82. Overcomes the fast start of Caitlin Flynn in lane 8. Second to the wall, Zyleka Pratt-Smith. Third was Kasia Stokes. And that concludes the finals for tonight's session number 2 here at the Apollo Projects New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships. We follow with the medal ceremonies for the events that have taken place, the 100 breaststroke para boys and girls and the 50 backstroke boys and girls. We'll be back right after this break. Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships. We put our hands together and thank their technical officials for their time and careful checking of our swimmers tonight in the finals. They've done very well. We appreciate their efforts. They're here all week. A successful day 1 for many swimmers doing faster times from their heats this morning, which is great to see. The Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre here, one of the fastest swimming pools in the country. Why do we say that? Well, it's a very deep pool. It's got a dive well connected to as part of the 50-metre pool. The deeper the pool, the more the volume of water, the less, I guess some would say, there is movement in the water. There is a minimum requirement of a depth in an Olympic swimming pool. And this one at the deep end is about 5 metres deep, so has always tended to be a fast pool, this one. The medal ceremonies will begin very shortly for those, that 100-metre breaststroke boys and girls para multi-class and the 50-metre backstroke. And those swimmers will be making their way down to the medal ceremony area. The medal ceremony presented by All Proof Industries and medals presented by the CEO of Swimming New Zealand, Steve Johns. In fact, I make a mistake there. It is Zach Reed, 2020 Tokyo Olympian Zach Reed will be presenting medals this time round. We are good to go. We'll start with the 100 metre breaststroke para multi-class event 101. The silver medalist in 1:32.60 from Te Arawa Swimming, Bailey Conlon. And winning in a new New Zealand record time for the second time today from North Shore Swimming Club, Asher Smith-Franklin. Moving now to event 102, the girls 100 metre breaststroke para multi-class. Silver medalist from Matamata Swimming Club in a New Zealand record time of 1:52.71, Riley Sayer. And the winner, the gold medalist, in 2:12.00 from Coast Swimming Club, Shannon Murphy. Well done, girls. Moving now to event 3, the boys 50 metres backstroke, 13-year-olds. Bronze medalist, 30.53 from Hokanui Aquatics, Marlon Bennett. Silver medalist in 29.99 from Whakatane Swimming Club, Kagan Boonen. And winning in 29.88 from North Shore, Elwyn Bayo. Moving now to 14-year-old boys, bronze medalist in 28.90 from Mount Eden Swimming, Isaac Gear. Silver medalist in 28.62 from Mount Eden, Jacob Story. Presented by Zach Reed, Olympian, supported by Olympian Lewis Clareburt. The gold medalist, 27.94 from North Shore, Liam Vogel. Fifteen-year-old boys are up next. Bronze medal, 28.36 from Swim Zone Racing, Daniel Williams. Silver medalist in 28.09 from Coast Swimming Club, Jasper Cornish. And winning the gold medal in 28.04 from Tasman, William Seymour. Sixteen-year-old boys up next, and the bronze medal, 27.56 from Mirihiku, Joseph Koriati. Silver medalist, 27.14 from Waitakere Swimming Club, Hunter Dobson. And winning the gold medal in 26.63 from Capital, Finn Harlan. Seventeen, 18-year-old boys, 50 backstroke final. Bronze medal, 27.11 from Ngātai Tuatia a Taraika, Alex Esposito. Silver medal, 26.25 from Whananui Swim Club, Taiko Torepi Ormsby. Gold medal, 25.71 from North Shore, Cameron Gray. We move now to the girls' 13-year-old 50-metre backstroke medal ceremony. Bronze medal, 32.16 from Wharanui Swim Club, Bridie Quayle. Medals presented this time by Olympian Lewis Clareburt. Silver medalist, 31.43 from Pukekohe Swimming Club, Olivia Wheeler. And winning the gold medal in 30.23 from Icebreaker Aquatics, Milan Glintmeyer. Moving now to the 14-year-old girls. Bronze medalist in 31.29 from Wharanui Swim Club, Riley McBride. Silver medal, 31.09 from United Swimming Club, Amelia Duff. Gold medalist in 31.04 from Hamilton Aquatics, Pippa Mihaka. '15-year-old girls, 50-metre backstroke. Bronze medalist in 30.51 from TBSS, Amelia Bray. Silver medalist, 30.11 from North Shore, Savannah Eve Martin. And winning the gold medal in 29.91 from United, Isabel Gibson. And the next one, the 16-year-old girls 50-metre backstroke is up next. Bronze medal in 30.79 from Whanganui Swimming Club, Georgia Abraham. Silver medalist in 30.44 from TBSS, Anna McGowan. And winning in 29.86, TBSS, Liv Peebles. Moving to the final medal ceremony for tonight's session, the 17, 18-year-old girls. Bronze medal in 30.15 from Mount Maunganui Swimming Club, Kasia Stokes. Silver medalist in 30.02 from Coast Swimming Club, Zyleka Pratt-Smith. And winning in 29.82 from Waitakere Swimming Club, Amber George. Thank you to Olympic finalists Lewis Clareburt, Olympian Zach Reed for presenting the medals this evening. We congratulate all the medalists, and that concludes day one of the Apollo Project's New Zealand Age Group Swimming Championships, 5 days to run through till Sunday. Thank you for joining us. You can join us again from 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for day two heats. That includes the 400-metre freestyle men and women and multi-class women, the 100-metre backstroke for men and multi-class men and women, and then we have the 100-metre breaststroke for both men and women. Hope you enjoyed the action. Some great New Zealand records tonight in the para categories. We'll see you tomorrow for day two.